Hey everyone, TAC1421 here with another episode of Minecraft Hunger Games, and this one is a surprise gameplay, and I got stuck with Tarzan on a map where I didn't really need it too much. I didn't see a single jungle the entire game, and it was pretty much flat surroundings all around. It did help me a little bit later in the gameplay when I was getting some iron, but really I could have done that without Tarzan at all. But anyways, in this gameplay, I didn't really want to explain the gameplay too much, but I just really wanted to talk about my weekend, which I went to Fanime, and Fanime is, this was in California, in San Jose, California, pretty close to where I live, and it was, Fanime is pretty a popular convention. I think it's one of the biggest ones, and I'm not really into anime per se too much. But my girlfriend's roommates from school, her dorm mates, whatever you want to call them, they're really into it, and they wanted to go. So they asked my girlfriend to go, and then she asked me to go, and I'm like, why not? Let's do it. It's just something to do, you know. So I went, and I wasn't expecting too much, but I actually really had a good time. And I definitely recommend if some of you might be interested in some kind of convention. I think E3 is probably the biggest convention that I would want to go to, that I'd be really into, because I'm not really into the anime stuff, and that's pretty much what the convention's about. But I don't really know too many animes. Obviously, I know like Pokemon, and that originated in Japan, obviously, and came over to the US later on. So I knew all about that, and then part of it was it had to do with video games, but not too much. So, there's like some Mario stuff, mainly Nintendo kind of stuff. And then, but it was pretty much more of the TV show kind of anime / movies. And, it wasn't necessarily comics, but that was kind of it in there too, as anime comics. And then the other thing that I knew about was Dragon Ball Z, because I've watched Dragon Ball Z all the way through. I haven't seen Dragon Ball, and I haven't seen the other the TV series after Dragon Ball Z. I think it's like Dragon Ball. I don't even know. I don't know what it's called, like Kai or something maybe. GT. I have no idea, but I haven't seen that anyways. So, anyways, basically, I wanted to talk about what I did and all that. So it was in San Jose, and they were doing construction on the convention hall there. So it wasn't they moved some things around to be different in different places. But on the first day, I saw a convention that had to do with Pokemon, which was really interesting. It was the history of Magikarp, and it was kind of like a comedy / information kind of thing. And there was some really funny things, some things that I wouldn't have noticed, some things that probably no one has noticed, but they did a really good job, and they just explained the history of Magikarp, some of the myths behind Magikarp, how he evolves into Gyarados, and how such a weakling can evolve into something so strong as like a dragon. And they showed some examples in some episodes, and some Japanese myths and all that. So it was really cool. Next, I actually learned how to play 2 brand new card games. I do know how to play the Pokemon card game, and I'm pretty into that. I've played in some tournaments, and I've been in a league and stuff, and I know how to play that pretty good. But I learned how to play. I actually don't know the name of the one, and then I learned how to play. God, I'm gonna kill myself for forgetting the name of the game, but it's a pretty well-known card game. I don't know how I'm forgetting it, but I learned how to play. It was Vanguard. That's what the name of it is, Vanguard. I learned how to play that. I actually got 2 free starting decks, so that's really cool. And then I also, for learning how to play the other game, I got a free promo card. I didn't understand how to play that game at all, even though they taught me how to play. But it was in like a group of people, so they had to teach a lot of people how to play. So I didn't really understand too much, and it was only like a half an hour little seminar, hands-on thing. So, but you did get a promo card for doing that had to go along with the card game. And I looked up the price of that card online. It's $30. So I think it was like a Fanime exclusive card. So I might sell that online because definitely need some more cash. And so I think, it was pretty cool learning those 2 card games. I don't think I'm really going to get into them per se, but it's nice to have the 2 starting decks of Vanguard, and I can always teach someone else how to play, a friend, and maybe they can play with me. Not mentioning any names, cough cough, Dylan, if you're listening to this. But yeah, so then there's also like a huge dealer's hall, and I don't want to spoil it for the 2 people that might be watching, but I got them some presents from there. But there are a ton of, it's a huge convention hall, and the deal, there's like, I don't even know, there's like maybe 50 little shops set up, and I got a really cool shirt that kind of makes fun of both Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Squirtle, the Pokemon Squirtle, and it just says Teenage Mutant Ninja Squirtles on it, and it has 4 Squirtles, and they're dressed up as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So it's a pretty cool T-shirt. And then I got my friend Dylan a T-shirt, and I also got Amp a birthday gift. I'm not going to tell him what it is, because in case he's watching this, I don't want to spoil it for him. And then I got some cool stuff for myself, things to do with League of Legends. I got a Miss Fortune poster, and that was really cool. And I actually got that at the Artist Hall, and there's a huge like Artist Hall that's another part of the convention center that's set up somewhere. All these people do like artwork, and then they sell it. So I got a cool poster, League of Legends poster, Miss Fortune poster, and then also had other stuff, but it's pretty expensive, so I didn't want to spend too much. I kind of tried to save my savings. But that was really interesting. What other conventions did I go to? I didn't stay the whole time, but they were showing Dragon Ball Z. They had a marathon where they were showing every single episode. It took them a very long time. It was like pretty much the whole day, but it was in the marathon room, and they just had a TV set up, and they just streamed the entire series of Dragon Ball Z. So I stayed for about an hour or so. I wanted to stay longer, but I didn't. And then there's also a thing called a swap meet, and in that there was people that went to the convention, that went to Fanime, and basically just wanted to sell some stuff for cheap. So I bought a few cards. I had a chance to buy Super Mario Sunshine for $20. But I decided not to get it, and in hindsight I probably should have gotten it, because it's really hard to get that game for GameCube online, because it's not made anymore, obviously. But it is what it is. I eventually really want to Let's Play that game after I Let's Play Super Mario or Super Mario 64, but it's not going to be for a while, so don't worry about that. And anyways, other conventions I went to a thing called Poke Scandalous, which was really funny, and then I also saw a panel on what to do in a zombie apocalypse. That was pretty interesting. They basically just went over weapons and stuff, and things that you should do, and then they referenced other like games or other anime such as Walking Dead and other like movies and stuff, and like comics and stuff like that. So that was definitely really interesting. That was a cool panel to watch. Another panel that I went to, I don't know anything about Fire Emblem really, but some of the makers of Fire Emblem were hosting a panel, so I saw that a little bit. I didn't really know what was going on, but something that was really cool about Fanime is people dress up in costumes. I didn't dress up in anything, but some people, I definitely recognize some League of Legends costumes, and those are really cool. Some people did them really well done, and I think I saw a lot of Teemos, but this one person was dressed as Caitlyn from League of Legends, and she did a really nice job on her costume. She had like the exact gun that she uses, and then there was like Blitzcrank. He had a really funny like toy pulling device that he just like shot at people, because Blitz has a pull, if you know anything about League of Legends. And then I saw a few other League of Legends champions, but I'm not going to name all of them, obviously. And then, people were just basically taking pictures and stuff, and it was really cool. I stayed up late most of the nights, and since I didn't really know too much, I didn't I didn't go to like all the panels, but if you're really into anime, then that's definitely the place to go. It wasn't too expensive. It was about $50 for 4-day pass. I only stayed for 3 days, and I stayed Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then there's also it was about $50 or so to share a room between a bunch of people. So that was nice. I definitely had a really great time. I'm probably leaving some things out. Also, I really want to mention this. There was a huge video game room, and it was basically gaming room. They had board games, and people were playing trading card games of Vanguard and Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh and all that stuff, Pokemon. And then people were playing video games. I watched a Super Smash Bros. Melee tournament. That was intense because the people that were playing were so good, and I would never ever be that good at Super Smash Bros. Melee. And that was just really interesting to watch. A lot of people were playing different characters, and it was really cool. I forget what character the winning person was playing. I want to say they're playing Samus, but I'm not sure. It might have been Fox too. I think it was Fox versus Samus in the final two. But yeah, I had a really good time. It was FanimeCon 2013, San Jose. It was on the West Coast, United States. Really good time. This video is coming to a close. I do a very, very poor job of trying to kill this guy, and I do end up getting second place. He was Phantom, which is why I got from the mini feats. I took that little Phantom kit just in case he ended up going by there. Didn't have his Phantom thing anymore. But I got a diamond sword, but things just didn't go my way here. He was definitely a better PvPer than I was because I'm not that great at PvPing. But I do manage to get the second place, and I believe I got 3 kills. He got 6 kills. I got 3 kills as surprise Tarzan. And that's going to do it for this gameplay. I hope you did enjoy the gameplay and my talking about Fanime and all that stuff. I definitely recommend you guys going to some kind of convention wherever you live and checking it out for yourselves. I am TAC1421, and I'll see everyone next time. Peace.